Since 2017, the Italian Wine Podcast has exploded and expects to hit 6 million listens by the end of July 2023. We're celebrating this success by recognizing those who have shared the journey with us and giving them the opportunity to contribute to the ongoing success of the shows. By buying a paper copy of the Italian Wine Unplugged 2.0 or making a donation to help the ongoing running costs, members of the international Italian wine community will be given the chance to nominate future guests and even enter a prize draw to have lunch with Stevie Kim and Professor Attilio Scienza. To find out more, visit us at italianwinepodcast.com. Chin chin!
Welcome to The Next Generation. I'm Victoria Cece. Join me as we chat with young Italian wine people shaking up the wine scene. We're going to geek out on a grape or grape fam, then hear about all the wild wine things our guests have been up to, from vineyard experiments to their favorite wine bars. Buongiorno, buonasera, wherever you are in the world, welcome back to another episode of The Next Generation. Today we are taking you to the beautiful, beautiful island of Sicily, Sicilia, with an interview with Benedetto Alessandro, Alessandro di Campo Reale, a Sicilian winery located just south of Palermo. And it is quite the place. It has over 1,000 years of history, and we were so lucky to catch Benedetto at the right time for an interview during the chaos of Italy. It was so exciting to learn about this winery, somewhere I've never been. Admittedly, I've never been to that side of the island, and his passion made me so excited to visit, although given the craziness of this summer, I may be waiting till after the summer rush of tourists. Very happy for Sicily to be getting more appreciation internationally. But yes, I am very excited for us to dive into all the details of this winery and Benedetto doing such special things as the marketing manager at such a young age. So let's get to the interview.
Alrighty, we are at Vin Italy today with Benedetto. Ciao, Benedetto.
Ciao.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, fine, thanks. Yeah, it's the first day, so we are very happy to start this edition of Vin Italy.
Wonderful. So Benedetto is with the winery Alessandro di Campo Reale, and it is in Etna, right?
No, we have two different wineries. Alessandro di Campo Reale, it's our historical winery in Campo Reale, that is a small village between Palermo and Trapani alias. And now we have a new project with a new generation of the family. It's called Generazione Alessandro, and we are in northeastern part of Etna area.
Beautiful. And so that works perfectly with our Next Generation podcast, because that's what we're doing. So it's just wonderful how we're just going right into it. So how did that come about, that new project? How did it start?
So we started this new project in 2014. So it's a very long time, because we introduced in the market the first two wines in 2020. So after 6 years, we started the project. We started with just two wines, our classic version of Etna Rosso with Nerello Mascalese 100%, and Etna Bianco Carricante with a small percentage of Catarratto.
Awesome. And so let's talk a little bit about you. So What is your story in wine, Benedetto? What do you do with the Azienda?
Yeah. As I told you, with my cousins, I represent the fourth generation of this family. So our average year is 35 years old, but we started in about 2012. We introduced the new project, new wines in the family company. After studying, after go around the world to learn something, and now so we can support the family business with new ideas.
Absolutely. And so what was it like growing up around the family business?
Yeah, fortunately, we had very good results because, of course, with the last generation, it's a secondary job for them. Then we start full-time in this project. We increased the production of 5 times in 10 years. And there are also new projects, especially in Etnaria, with new crews from old vines. So we are in the middle of this project, and we are very happy.
Amazing. So I want to talk a little bit more about the wine culture and your love of wine. So can you tell us a little bit about why you love the wines that not just you work with, but you grew up around in Sicily?
Yeah. We have the harvest when we were child. So for example, I started my first harvest at about 10 years. During the summertime, we went to our farm. We worked in the vineyards with our collaborator during all the summer, about 3 months, with the different works in the vineyards and also the harvest, that is our most important. So normally I started the school 1 month later because we finished the harvest in October. So in that occasion, I had the opportunity to catch the passion, so to have the passion, to increase my passion in wine. And first is I think is the most important thing. So the passion for the wines in general, and then you can grow your own wine business.
That's beautiful. So you grew up around the vineyards picking grapes. You're so blessed. I mean, that works with your name, Benedetto. That's wonderful. So you grew up in Campo Reale, that area. So what is Campo Reale like? I've never been, obviously.
It's a very small village. It's about 3,000 people. You have to consider that the main activity of the Campo Reale is the agriculture. We have a lot of vineyards, but also a lot of grains, a little bit of olive trees. It's a very rural place, so it's completely different than the city. The nearest city is about 30-40 minutes. It's not too far, but it's a completely way to live, no? So there are a lot of history there. There are a lot of culture in agriculture in general, and now there are a lot of young that wants to promote this kind of business, this kind of territory.
That's amazing to hear, especially seeing the youth want to really put forward the special culture of the area, because as we know, Sicily on a whole is so rich in culture and it's so different everywhere. Yeah. So not to deter from wine, but I'm curious, is there a special dish or plate from your area or food that you love?
Yeah, but for example, I love the bruciolone. That is a meat roll, but very, very big, with inside eggs or say mollica, toasted bread, also a little bit of prosciutto. Then it's cooked in the sauce, in the tomato sauce. And then you can pair also with our Syrah. Okay? Our territory in Campo Reale is very, very interesting for the Syrah. So we have a lot of Syrah there with very good results, because we are in altitude from 400 to 600 meters above sea level, and you can extract in Syrah also the spice, the typical spice note, not just the fruit. So it's very, very interesting, this pairing.
Are you enjoying this podcast? Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, for fascinating videos covering Stevie Kim and her travels across Italy and beyond, meeting winemakers, eating local food, and taking in the scenery. Now back to the show.
Absolutely, and you took my next question already. I was going to ask for the pairing, and I love that you said Syrah, because Syrah obviously is not an indigenous varietal to Sicily. But it's great to take a dish that's so Sicilian, so unique to your area, and pair it with Syrah. Yeah. I love that. And also now I'm hungry. But that's fantastic. So are you based still in Campo Reale yourself? Or?
Yeah, just about now 20 minutes from there, in Alcamo, that is a city 30 kilometers from there. But every day I'm in Campo Reale also now for manage the winery and the business.
Well, that's fantastic. You live a beautiful life, eating and drinking well, of course, working the business. I want to ask you one last question. This is actually a two-part question, so it's technically two more questions. How do you see the future of your winery, your business, and also what is your opinion on the future of Sicilian wines in the hands of the new generation?
Yeah. So, about Sicily, when we talk of Sicilian wine, we talk about a mosaic of wines. because Sicily is a very big island and we have very different territories. So with the same grape, for example, Nero d'Avola, that is common in all island, we can have very different results. For me, the future is to promote the single territory. So we have to promote the specific characteristic of the varieties, but in that specific territory. So I don't want to sell, for example, Sicilian Catarratto, Sicilian Nero d'Avola. I want to sell a Catarratto or a Nero d'Avola from our territory. So that is different than the other one. I don't say one is better than the other one. It's also a personal taste, but it's the difference that we have to promote.
Absolutely. And that's also why I always bring up the food component, right? Because I think food has, culture has had a little more drive in people learning the different types, but especially in Sicily, the different dishes, they change wherever you go. And the wine is the same.
Yeah, it is perfectly the same. You know, we have a lot of dishes, a lot of food that is very typical in the western side, but maybe is not typical in the other side of Sicily. It's also with the wine. We also have a specific variety. They are cultivated in specific area. For example, in the Etna area, we just have an Nerello Mascalese Carricante that we grow just in Etna area. So that's the Sicily, that's the Sicily we have to promote.
Exactly. That diversity, that layer of culture and beauty. I mean, anyone listening right now, Sicily is just gorgeous. We don't even need to explain that, but the wine and the food is just as so. So before we say ciao, is there anything else you'd like to add, Benedetto, today?
If you are in Italy, you are welcome to visit us also. We are 78G, Alessandro di Campo Reale, also in Sicilia. Or if you don't have time, you can visit us in Sicily, okay, in 2 different wineries.
Absolutely. Go visit them in Sicily. I know I will. Grazie, Benedetto.
Thank you very much.
As always, a big grazie for hanging out with me today. Remember, you can catch me every Sunday on the Italian Wine Podcast, available anywhere you can get your pods.